Hello, I'm Dr. Manuel Saldivar. I'm a cognitive psychologist and a faculty member here at UTRGV. Join us today for another campus conversation. We're going to be visiting with a member of UTRGV's Office of Admissions to discuss the procedures students should follow if they want to apply for admission to UTRGV. Let's begin.
So, being that I am the BISD recruiter for students locally, which is, our home campus here in Brownsville, the ideas in Brownsville, other high schools such as charter schools, I typically tell students about the opportunities here at home. It's amazing to have a school here in your backyard and to be able to stay at home. And maybe if you don't want to stay at home, we do have dorms here on campus. Some students do want to leave behind their home, their parents for a little bit to kind of like gain that independence. So I do tell students about the opportunities about living on campus, the fact that we're a D1 school. We do have so many student orgs on campus, 250 student orgs and growing actually. I let them know about starting a student org with 5 students and an advisor. There's so many awesome things about UTRGV and we're always expanding. There's always new schools that are opening up, new research for students opportunities, and as well just having student life on campus and getting to meet people, networking, being in your community and giving back to the community. So a lot of students end up wanting to head out, which is okay, but I let them know about how UTRGV can give you that quality education and you're still at home everyone. So you can apply starting August 1st. Typically, I would always suggest when applications open, such as Apply Texas, that opens August 1st. When it comes to like financial aid, applying October 1st. Or the beginning of that month. Typically, I know the website can be a little glitchy or you might have some issues at the beginning, but I would always encourage students to start applying at the beginning of the application process or when it opens up. That way you have an easier time with your documentation. You have time to submit stuff. If you have questions, you have all this time to ask. Um, and I know it was not asked, but typically, like when students apply, let's say in July of the entering semester or August, you will be standing in line. You will be waiting a few hours, let's say on the phone. So I would highly encourage students to apply at the beginning of every month when stuff opens up. So yeah, typically that's the time period that I say, apply when your counselors are on you or as a recruiter, if I'm contacting you, please ask me questions. Reach out and I'll definitely guide you with the process for applying in. That way they have time to turn in everything they need to submit. Sometimes the university can request documents that take a while to come in from other offices, other agencies, and we want to give you time to try and get those documents submitted and brought to us. You can submit it online with U Central, or you can bring it to us as staff at U Central, or as a recruiter, they can email it to me. But we want to give you time for everything you need to get going. So at the beginning of the school year before, try and start applying for the next following school year, of course. So I know in their high schools they do have college labs or go centers. But for UTRGV, if they want to reach out to one of the staff here, typically I would be their contact as a recruiter. I mentioned that I help BISD students, ideas in Brownsville, Port Isabel, charter schools, but any student can reach out to me. So let's say students that are watching this, that maybe from Edinburgh, maybe McAllen, West Laco, if they feel comfortable reaching out to me, they can. I am one of their points of contacts for assistance. And if they can't get a hold of me, which sometimes students may not because I am out at high schools recruiting, they can reach out to U Central either through email or through phone call, through the phone, and they'll assist you definitely through there as well. And if they live on campus or near campus, we do have people in person here helping you in some of the labs here or in the front offices. So you can get help really anywhere, online or in person. For freshmen that are applying into UTRGV, they will ask for a high school transcript. It would be the unofficial, and then once they graduate, we will need the official. Students do take some courses that count for college credit or count for certain exams such as TSI. Um, and sometimes we might see your classes already on your unofficial transcript, but then when it comes to those courses you took in high school that you needed to get a passing grade, we will not see them until you fully graduate. So for sure, high school transcripts. Um, as I mentioned, I skipped the application process at the beginning with Apply Texas. Your admissions app for sure, right? High school transcripts, as well, all of their exams, which is SAT, TSI. We are SAT and SAT preferred. Students would have to submit that, but it helps your process for admissions. If you took your TSIs and you're a freshman or a senior in high school, um, I highly recommend you submit those, passing or non-passing. We're trying to get students to get registered when they come to orientation. So as part of the admissions process, I would highly still encourage submitting your SAT, ACT, and your TSIs. And then another one last thing probably would be their meningitis vaccine record. So students that are under 22 need to submit that. As it pertains to dual students, I know freshmen in Brownsville or seniors in high school take dual courses as well, students. If you're watching this and you're a dual student, you will request your transcript from the community college you're partnered with and also submit that one to us with the admissions process. So it would just be your transcripts, basically your typical exams that they push you to take in high school, which are free in high school, but they cost you in college. So just a reminder about that. And your vaccine for meningitis as well. So yes. So, it would be regarding just the process in general. Students do seem to find that they think it's going to be very difficult or that it's going to take super long to get into the university. It does not take forever. I know some students might have different experiences. Maybe my classmate that's in high school had 2 months of trouble getting stuff in. I probably got accepted within maybe like 3, 4 weeks. So it just depends on what you submit. When it comes to financial aid as well, a lot of students are scared about that and think that they're not going to get anything or that they're not going to get school paid for. And it's just applying in. Students say that, well, my parents make this much, and they actually end up getting assistance with financial aid. So I think being scared of the process is a very big misconception of students, or thinking that it's going to be very stressing and long, but it's really, really not. Students that are now entering the university or that are becoming freshmen. Also, there's a big thing with society now that people say you're on your own when you enter the real world, and it's kind of true, but it's kind of not, because we're here to help you. So a lot of students are scared to ask us questions, whether you're a professor, whether you're a staff. So that's a big thing, that students, you're not alone. We're here to support you and help you. All you have to do is honestly ask. As you know, one of the recruiters here at UTRGV, I'm here to help. Anyone in the community, not just freshmen in high school. I always like to push education to, let's say, the older generation. Maybe if you're 25, if you're 26, if you're a parent that already has a family and a house and a career, but you want to come back, um, contact me. I am the contact in Brownsville. So if students have any questions, either if you're from high school or if you're a parent wanting to come back, a grandparent, it's never too late. You can come in, ask me questions, parents as well. If you have doubts, reach out to me. I'm here to help you.
Many thanks to Noel for joining us today. Please recall that his contact information, as well as links to other useful information that can help you as you apply to UTRGV, can be found below this video in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the thumbs up icon, as it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please consider subscribing to this channel and clicking on the bell icon to receive notifications of future videos. Once again, I'm your host, Dr. Manuel Saldivar. Thank you very much for joining us today. Good luck with all of your college endeavors.